This is my 1971 Honda SL350K1. It's not my original bike, but I had one of these as a teenager, and I blew one at that, and actually kept it until I got married. And then when I got married, I decided I wasn't going to be riding anymore, got rid of it. And I regret that, because it was in pretty good shape. And I put a lot of miles on that old SL. Found this one in Maryland a few years ago, and I let it sit. When I got it, the gas tank had been creamed and had a cream liner on it. I had to take that out. It was pretty rusty, and I just cleaned it out last year, and then I've been messing with it, had to clean the carbs and having a little trouble with ignition and getting everything squared away, but I've just been letting it sit for a little bit. I need to get back to it this winter. The pipes were gone when I got it, and so they were rusted out. And so what I did is I found there's a guy in Australia that makes reproduction mufflers. So I got a couple of those, but they were not cheap. I put these YSS shocks on. I got real motivated. There's a fella on the Adventure Rider Forum, ADV Forum, Screenings Pacific Coast, and he got one of these that had been rebuilt by a mechanic, and he did a little work to it, and then he raced the Baja twice, Baja 1000. Way back in the 60s, the Baja was won by a couple of guys riding a Honda 350. It wasn't necessarily SL, but this is basically what came out of that race. But they got me all excited about it, so I tried to do some of the things they did, and upgrading the shocks is one. But I wish I hadn't done it now. The reservoir just doesn't look right on this bike, so I may end up trying to sell those shocks, putting the originals back on, or get some without a reservoir. I don't ride that hard, never will. Put some, see what else have I done? Put some KLR pegs on it. The forks are not the original SL forks. Again, I did try to do something they were doing. I got some MR250 forks, a little heavier diameter. So I had to replace the yokes, triple trees, to handle the larger forks. Now those came off a K2. K2s had 21-inch front wheels. This one has 19. And so I did that, and then I found an old fork brace, old style fork brace for them, but that wouldn't work with the MR lowers on the fork, so I got some K2 lowers, put those on. Or for those of you that are aficionados, you know that on the K1 these are black. I had to get some K2s because, again, a larger diameter, and they were chromed. When I got the bike, the guy had the original handlebars. They were painted black. So rather than mess with that, I just got some K2 handlebars, put those on. The switch gear's a little different. I had the off switch was bad. I couldn't find one, so I put a K2 on there. You can see I've done a couple other little things, but that's pretty much it. I'll be honest with you, this was a good riding motorcycle. Now, it didn't have suspension to let you go fast in the dirt. I remember one time a buddy of mine had a Penton. He wouldn't ride it. And so one day he let me ride that thing. I was amazed how smooth it was over bumpy ground as compared to this thing. This is also heavy. This is, it depends on what you read, but between 325 and 350 pounds, so it's pretty heavy. But it had a great tractor-like engine. I used to like to go out in the woods when I was a kid, pretend I was riding trials, and just go through rough territory and try to keep it upright. But I enjoyed the bike. This is my SL. I am going to probably sell it. So if any of you out there watching want to give me an offer, that'd be great. I will tell you one thing. It's got both side covers in good shape, and those things are like gold. So anybody interested, let me know. Thanks.